When putting a story together, some pieces of information need to be cut out to make the plot flow smoothly. However, these ill-fitting pieces can often be so entertaining that it's a shame to just lose them. So, without further ado, here's some extra facts about Hades and Company. When Hades pulled the short straw and got relegated to the underworld, he also lost most of his potential for worship. Since emos hadn't been invented back in the days of ancient Greece, it was hard to find anyone who wanted to commune with the god of the dead. He did have a few scattered shrines, but people mostly went to them to try to communicate with the spirits of their departed loved ones. When he brought Persephone to the underworld, Hades convinced her to eat a pomegranate, the fruit of the dead. As was tradition, eating food from his table bound her to him, anchoring her to the underworld. However, Persephone did manage to gain the right to return to the surface for half of every year. This was not because her mother was an especially shrewd negotiator, but because she had only eaten 6 pomegranate seeds, binding her for 1 month per seed. So I suppose we can thank the fact that we have spring and summer to Persephone being a very picky eater. Although Hades was by far the most loyal of the Greek gods, his eyes did stray twice. First was to Luce, daughter of the water titan Oceanus. They carried on their romance in secret until Persephone found out, after which she killed Luce, or turned her into a tree. Sources vary. His second affair was with Minth, a very nice-smelling nymph from Cocytus, the River of Lament. Hades knew this relationship could not last, so he carried her to the surface world in exchange for a kiss. Once there, she could have gotten away scot-free, but she started bragging about being more beautiful than the queen of the underworld herself. Persephone then immediately showed up and turned her into a really nice-smelling herb, which is how the plant mint got its name. Speaking of names, Hades had a lot of them. So many, in fact, that one of his names was just He of Many Names. This is because it was believed that speaking the name of a god would draw their attention to you, and no one wanted the attention of the Lord of the Dead, so they referred to him by other names and epitaphs. There are too many to list them all here, but a few of the more cool and relevant ones are... A. Hades Agesilos, meaning he who draws all in, or he who rules over all. He was given this name because all men would eventually find their way to him and become subjects in his kingdom. B. Hades Agesander, meaning he who carries all away. This name has a similar connotation to his previous one, but was given as a cheeky reference to, you know, the one other thing Hades is known for. C. Axiocersus, meaning the shorn god. Groups that used this epithet would often depict Hades as completely bald. D. Pluton, meaning wealthy. This was because Hades was thought to hold all the precious metals in the world in his kingdom. And finally E. Zeus Chthonios, meaning the Zeus of the underworld. Ouch.